I'm a valuer for Carr and Priddle, head up the professional department out of our Brighton office. Been in Brighton 20 years now, but specialising in commercial property and residential property valuation investments and rent reviews, lease renewals. And certainly, yes, over the last, well, since the credit crunch, we've noticed a massive reduction in the ability to and desire to lend money, particularly in development. A number of the banks just seem to have totally withdrawn from those areas. One or two have come back in, but the criteria they're adopting is so restrictive that there's a definite clash between what the government seems to want those banks to do and what they're able to do actually in reality, because the criteria that they're adopting is so restrictive. And there's a huge pent-up demand, I think, for particularly development, residential and commercial, in Sussex and wider, I'm sure.
My name's Gary Silver. I've been a property investor and dealing with property for over 30 years. I used to have my own estate agency back in the 80s. Since then, I diversified into property investments generally, commercial and residential. I buy and sell, I buy and let out. Just depends on what the project is. I buy at auctions. The important thing about buying at auction is you must have your finance agreed and in place before you bid, because if you bid without finance, you are in danger of losing 10% that you have to pay when you have your bid accepted, and that's not a nice place to be. So make sure your finance is the first thing you sort out.
Well, my name's Mike Gibson. I have a couple of businesses. One is as a commercial finance broker and the other as a property consultant. Bridging finance is something that a lot of people perhaps don't know too much about, but in short, it is the supply of finance that enables a project or a deal to be done. The problem we have in the marketplace at the moment is funds are in short supply from the main lenders. Where funds are available, it often can take 2 or 3 months for a decision to be made or for money to be released, and that's no good for many people who want a property transaction done. So the greatest role that bridging finance plays is providing finance in a short period of time to enable someone to buy a property, to do up a property, to sell a property and get the deal done.
So I think there's certainly a good opportunity for somebody locally to provide bridging finance and really back to basics, common sense lending, really. My concerns are that a lot of the decisions are made out of the area by people that don't see the property, don't meet the applicants. So that face-to-face decision making has been taken away really by credit teams, based in other parts of the country.
Hello, I'm John Turner. I'm an architect, local architect and developer. I split my time between providing architectural services and undertaking private developments, usually small residential developments. We have a number of facilities available to us in this respect between private banks, corporate banks and some private investment. And we are sometimes restricted in our ability to do exactly what we want to do because the facilities are not always in place. A short-term facility would be great. It would allow us to move in on deals that we come across and sites that we come across without having to go through formal procedures over and over again, which are time-consuming and don't allow us to pick up on sites quickly. So having a facility for that would be really useful.